so musical theatery. I'm so excited to do it live so we can talk about fuck the police. I'm not supposed to say that.
You can say that.
Oh, what happened? What's it? Oh, how I say it? Okay, yeah. We can get started. But if y'all didn't know, this is my best friend, my best Pisces friend. I really love him, like in my heart and my soul. This is Genesis. He is the Puff Daddy, he everybody video. He dancing and singing all over the track and every damn thing. Because he's so talented and he's so amazing and he's so giving. And that's why he's gonna be absolutely rich because oh my God. Oh, is that your purpose in life? To make all of us as rich as possible?
Of course. I mean, that'd be a great situation. That's us building a lot of bridges.
Yeah, my name is JANIQUE Evans. I just became an artist. Like, it feels like overnight, but what really happened was it was a lot of fuckery up until the pandemic.
Fuckery is a great word.
And it is. And then the pandemic just makes everybody feel like, what am I doing with my life? Basically. So then I just got, semi-focused and I did some shit. I followed through with something. So now we have Fuck the Police. Creating the music, I was just like, oh my God. I don't know what I'm gonna sound like because I sound like a church lady, but I don't.
First of all, you do not sound like a church.
I do. You know it. It's okay.
You're very theatrical. That's not church lady.
Okay.
Theater and church is not the same thing.
You're right. Well, kind of it is, but we ain't gonna go there. That's another day. Theater and church, and you'd have a lot. Theater and church.
In church.
You know a lot about. Okay, so the meaning behind "fuck the police," right?
Okay, we'll let you listen. Since you kind of developed and coined the.
Well, I think you coined the "fuck the police." It was written 2 years ago, and it was still that climate, but it wasn't written for that.
Right.
So
we wrote this song. It was a little bit different, but it was so great how we kind of.
We gave it a double entendre.
Double on.
Okay, because we had to make some type of tribute in there while we're saying fuck the police. But what really fuck the police is about is the fact that I actually fuck the police. And that's just very...
It's very real.
It was at a really, really low time in my life. I was out of my mind. Like, my working brain had shut all the way the fuck off. And some other type of jelly brain, I don't know what type of brain, just took completely over my entire life. Because I was on Tinder. My sister told me to get on Tinder so that I wouldn't be an old lady with cats and, in my diamonds all by myself. So, I got on Tinder.
Okay.
Tinder is like cocaine at first. When you're like a single mom in the house with your baby all the time, and then you look on Tinder, and it's like Asian doctors swiping you, and like really old Caucasian gentlemen that are on yachts, and you have never had these type of people come up to you in real life. It is like such a high. I was just swiping all fucking day long. I just swiped my heart away. And then all of a sudden, a police officer. Now, he wasn't just a police officer. He was a U.S. Marshal. But we sum it up to police officer. He was a U.S. Marshal. And he wasn't he wasn't fine. I thought he wasn't fine. I looked at his picture. He had a good body. And his profile was very cocky. He was like, yeah, I got pearly whites. I got guns. I got this. And I just happened to like assholes for some reason. So, like, I was like, I feel like that's a little bit cute, like how he's coming off like he's the shit. And he swiped me, I swiped him, because I need to meet him in an area that's kind of busy. So, I get out of my car, I open the door to his car to get in his car. I don't know why he didn't come to my car. I guess I didn't think that much of myself. I didn't make him come to the car and let me out of my car. But when I opened the car door, I literally said, oh my God, you're beautiful. And
why did she say that?
I don't know.
Why did you say that?
Something took over me. I felt like, oh my God, like I felt like that's my Boaz. I really did. would have been.
But see, we still in the Southeast, but see, that's that country.
Yeah, well, he just laughed, and we went out to eat, right? So when we went out to eat, first of all, I was wearing heels. And anybody that know me knows I hate heels because when you're big, it's hard to walk on heels cute for a long time. Your legs are rubbing, which means your knees are rubbing, and the balls of your feet stop hurting. And I had on heels. The reason I had on heels is because he told me, can you please wear heels?
How do you mandate what somebody should wear? What if they fucking ankles is killing their ankles proper wearing the goddamn
I don't know.
Goddamn feet? Who is doing that?
He didn't want to see me unless I had heels on. Like, he made sure, like, I only like women with heels, so I just pretended that I was that bitch who wore heels. So
how bad was your feet hurting that night? Do you remember that?
It was just like I was praying the whole night that I didn't pass out because I was starting to get lightheaded from standing on the ball of my foot. And look, it's not like we went somewhere and ate, like stood up and ate. I'm talking about walking from the car to the restaurant. I thought I might pass out, but he's a police officer, so I was willing to let that happen, right? So we're in the restaurant. This is the first sign I should have known the motherfucker was psycho. We're in the restaurant, we're eating, and he's like, damn, I need some more tea. And I go pressed because I want him to think that, like, I'm wifely. I was like, oh, you want me to get that for you? Get the lady for you? And he just looked up and he was like, no, I don't need you to do nothing for me. And I was just like,
see, I hit with, if you see me walking down the street,
it just turned me on. Like, it was.
I like a strong man, but not a disrespectful motherfucker.
I mean, I didn't know if it was aggressive or disrespectful. I really couldn't tell. But whatever it was, I must have been in a toxic ass mind state because I felt like, ooh, yes, that's him. That's my Boaz. That's the man that God brought for me to do something with, make his food. I don't know, but I just said okay. And you know, anybody who know me know that I love food as well, a little too much. And a bitch didn't touch none of her food. He looked at me. He said, "You haven't eaten anything," and I said, like the get what I am. I said, "I can't eat. You're giving me butterflies." And he was just
I think Janique, she's a Pisces, so you gotta forgive Janique and me. I ride in my first hell land, and sometimes Janique lives in hers.
I mean,
you know damn well that when you said that, you already gave him I love the beautiful before.
I know.
Then you wear heels, you know your dad was
Yeah,
bringing your fucking neck. You about to be at Kaiser, you about to be using your Medicaid, Medicare.
It was dumb.
Everything.
It was dumb as shit.
Keep on, nigga.
But the way he made me feel, like I felt like a wave was coming over my body. Like I felt like I don't know.
A wave of bullshit. You was telling me.
I know, but it felt like love. Like if he would have told me he loved me that first night, I would have said it back and meant it and did other things. But we didn't get that because he was a respectable young man.
Respectable.
He didn't ask me to go nowhere with him after that, but I damn sure would have. And I hate saying that because I was a mom like that.
Be honest, so but you was still.
I know, and I hope it's some mothers on here that lost their mind too.
Yeah, when they had most of their baby fathers, when they lost their minds, so you ain't the only one that lost your mind.
He took me home. Before we went home though, he in the car he was like sing for me, and I was scared of shit. But I was willing to sing for him. But the song, you know how like non-singers think you can sing boy songs, and so I was singing it like he wanted me to sing. It was like a boy song, but he wanted me to sing it in like the octave up, but it wasn't.
It's hard to sing.
Yeah, and he was like, no, that's not it. And I'm sitting there like looking stupid as shit, trying to make my voice this and that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, fuck. So I tried my best to sing the song, and he kept laughing at me. He kept picking fun at me and stuff. He never called me beautiful. He never said anything nice. He was just cool as a motherfucker, and just this icy, mean countenance. And he smelled so good, and his gun. I felt his gun and his little thing, his holster.
Which gun did you feel?
No, not that one. Not that one yet. Basically, on the ride home, I was convinced that I was in love, and I'm not playing, y'all. I'm talking about love. Like I was imagining me and him and his son and my son like on cruises, and you know I was putting my last name. I mean, his last name was my first name, and I was doing a lot. And I hate to say I was doing all that because I was doing it, and I was doing it hard. Like I'm talking about hard. I made myself believe in the story, and the man didn't even say I'm interested, I'm pretty. He was just himself. He was just dope as fuck, and he just captivated me right away. Without me knowing anything about him, he only looked good on paper, right? He was nice, right? Second thing, should have known he was crazy as shit after this. The next morning, okay?
The morning
after, we didn't do anything. Like, I went home, he went home. And he called me. No, I called him or we texted or something. I can't remember what it was. But in the conversation, we said, oh, I said I was going to take my son to his dad's house, or my son might have been at his dad's house, and that I had like a mommy day off. And so I was insinuating that I wanted to hang out with him.
Exactly. But you didn't say that, right?
No. I mean, no, I wasn't that pressed.
But you already told him you loved him.
Well, okay.
And then you had butterflies.
But I did. So I did. He caught this.
Okay.
So he was like, basically, I got my son too. I'm gonna get somebody to watch my son so we can hang out. Well, being a busy mom that stayed up all night, daydreaming about the police officer, I was tired, so I fell asleep. He called me while I fell asleep, right? And I missed it because I was asleep. As soon as I woke up, I was like, oh shit. And mind you, keep in mind, this is the day after, right? One day of knowing this person. So I called right back, and he hung up on me. I called right back, he hung up on me, and I text, and I was like, what's up? And he put, listen to your voicemail. This man said, this is why I don't do this shit. I hate motherfuckers who waste my motherfucking time, and just hung up the phone. That was on my voicemail, right? Okay? The voicemail. What do you think I did? Tell me what you think I did.
Did you call him?
I called him 8 more times in a row.
I know.
Then he finally picked up and said, yes, young lady, because he was like 10 years older than me. And I loved it. Yes, young lady. That made me feel some type of way.
You had some domination.
I don't know. I just
loved
it.
From the ceiling.
I don't know. Maybe. I just loved it. And he was just like, yes. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you acting so crazy? I mean, you would have thought we was together for years, but that shit was so romantic. Like, oh, we both must be passionate. But
he's controlling.
Yeah. So fast forward, me being so in love with him, I let him do all types of shit. I did dirty, do it in the car things. I did send pictures when I didn't want to send pictures.
Oh, no.
Like, because
But I would send the pictures, though.
But I'm sure you would have. And look, I know you would have sent pictures. It takes me 1 million pictures to get one picture.
Yeah.
So I'm sucking in, I'm standing on top of the toilet, I'm trying to get ass shots on top of the toilet.
I mean,
in the mirror,
but
turning
you're
around.
realistic,
It's
but I'm
stupid. The shit you have to do to make a good picture come out. And a nude, and like, so my thighs are big, so they gave my vagina a shadow that looked like hair.
They gave your vagina.
My thigh. So it's like, now I look like I have a hairy vagina. Like, nothing's wrong with the hairy vagina, by the way. I'm just saying. He told me exactly how it is, and I was like, oh yeah, I could be that. I thought I could, and it turned out, I think he liked me at first, but then I do.
Not a shadow.
But then I do what I do. I show my crazy, because this has happened another time too. I show my crazy, and he was just like, fuck no, I don't like her no more. But he kind of still liked doing it to me, and he kind of still liked that I was all about him. And so he gave up on me a long time ago, but it took me, because I met him in 2014, and I've been getting this man on my system ever since. Because I don't know if any of y'all know what it's like to really, really want something, a man or a woman or whoever, that you can't have, but you're absolutely obsessed with the fantasy that you built of the person, and you will bend yourself in half. You've never been like that.
Bend in half, but not by somebody who know. No, every person I've ever dealt with, mostly, have always been very pursuant about me. So it's kind of like, other than models, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's different for me. I don't know.
I mean, I guess because you've always had like a lot of confidence, but
I have not.
or something. I don't know. I mean, no, fuck that, because I feel like girls that have a lot of confidence and men that have a lot of confidence, they get fucked over and they get themselves in stupid situations.
It's very true. That's true.
With, toxic people, and then
I have dealt with a toxic situation where one time I slept on the floor, I was so sad, and I was waiting for him to come back home, and he wouldn't show up. But then something happened. I felt like he was driving my car to another dude's house. Someone said I'm on fire, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
so I know the crazy will come out.
Yeah,
it'll come out and I'll deal with you. So I get crazy.
Yeah, but I think my crazy, because I wanted him to think I was like some deep ass like Jill Scott ass. Like I was trying to blow his mind. Like I was like, I'm gonna be that different ass girl. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fuck him in his mind. I'm gonna show him how smart I am. I'm gonna talk about the universe, because when you talk about the universe, you seem enlightened, my brother. Like I was really trying everything. And first of all, he thought all that Jill Scott universe shit was whack and weak. He was like, I'm from New York. I don't give a fuck about nothing like that. Like I want to talk about like Tim's and shit. Like he was not feeling any of my smartness. He was not trying to let me move him in any type of way. And I just did I got hotel rooms and got stood up. He never showed up. Like it was just craziness. Y'all ain't never felt absolutely obsessed with nobody in your whole life. Let me see. What is it saying? I can't read it like that.
You was just a woman, honestly. I see that, honey. That's yeah.
Well,
You just really liked them.
No, I think it was a little bit more than like. I think I just had my first like real obsession. Like he needed a concubine or something. As long as I played this small, he was fine. But what would happen is I would try to play this small person, and then I would freak the fuck like, fuck you, motherfucker, die, bitch, die. Like I would say, I would go crazy, and then he'd be like, I'm gonna block her ass. I would hit him up most of the time, like beg him to talk to me. That's what really happened. He wouldn't like call me back and be like, baby, talk to me now. I was just about to always come to my house and tell him about everything. I especially feel comfortable with him because I feel like I can say any fucking thing I want to say.
Yeah.
So, and be this type of honest with. Like, and I also really admire your fucking confidence. Like, I used to be like, that shit cannot be real because it's so bomb as shit. Like, I couldn't believe that you had actually reached a point in your life where you know who you are. Because it's so unfathomable to me because I'm wanting to get there so bad.
I think the thing with me is that what my hardest fear was getting over saying I'm gay out loud when everybody can hear it and everybody can see it. Once I got over that, I thought I could conquer anything.
Just the gay.
That was the highest thing, to be able to accept it in yourself when you don't feel any type of way.
But how did you get there?
I had to push myself over the limit. And when I felt like that was it, I went. It became that it. And I'm 100% me. I don't feel like I need anybody.
Like he would wear this shit to anywhere. This is
gas station.
This is normal shit. This is normal shit to show up and a motherfucker be bare chested when you walk in the door though. It's amazing. I love it. And I'm like so attracted to it. Like I wish I could just skin him and jump in his body. Like thus I came over here to work on music one time and he was like, I got this track. And it was like, bum, 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 da, da, da. And from the horns in the beginning, it sounded like a grand rising because I'm so dramatic. Yeah. Like I literally envisioned myself like I'm rising up like a queen out of the abyss, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally thinking of that shit, and he will go there with me in a second, and that's why.
But we both have theater backgrounds also. I did 4 years classical, and then she did like 80
million years.
Classical.
A bunch of shit that I never finished. Finish things, guys. Okay, so that was a real ass moment for me to say that. Thank you. I'm acknowledging my higher self is talking to my lower self.
I understand it.
Okay. Oh, so when I heard ba, 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 da, 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 I heard that right, and then Mike was like, "I fucked the police, man," and I was like,
"Wait, you told me about the police?" Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, that's really cool." Like we didn't know anything else, but I was just like, "Oh, that's fucking dope."
I did it. And then she fought me though, cause my yes were too churchy at one time. I think the yes is my favorite part, cause that's what we fought so hard on getting. But it came out really nice. Yeah.
All right. And I was like, oh my god, that's weird. But now I can't hear it without it.
Exactly, it works so well.
Because I don't know what genre that song is.
It's universal.
Okay, because I just put it on there as R&B because I was just like, I don't.
It's a pop too. It's a groove.
But it was cute. And then like what usually happens in our process is he will be like, he can do the da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee. He can do that all over anything. Literally, I would take my phone and be
video when she, and I'm not saying you because the video wasn't good. I was saying you bitches nasty.
Oh,
Good.
gosh.
So it comes up and I'm like, okay, we can do something with that, and I can make it mysterious. We can feel like we're on the ward and we're coming out of a motherfucking cave and it's grand, and then the sky opening up in the sunlight, and we'll just jazz it up in there.
It was real cute.